So my goal for this video is to see if I can continue this. It's not juggling. It's not juggling because there's only 2 balls involved. There's not 3. One is a ball, one is an apple, and it would be juggling if there was a 3rd involved. But since I cannot juggle, I can only do this, which I don't think it has a name. I've already screwed up twice, so I should just put it to rest, let it go. But I could see if I could just talk through this the entire time. Is it distracting? It's distracting for me. Now I have the apple back. The apple's a nice weight. The tennis ball is light. The apple's a good weight. So the topic of discussion for the day is I have no clue yet because I'm not prepared for this video. I grabbed a bunch of stuff from my room and then I just got a little sidetracked. I don't know why I came up with this idea. Should I just talk? The skill would be if I could also pick up a book while I did this and read poetry while doing this like 2/3 juggling thing. See, can I get a 3rd in there? No. Already fucked that up. Can't do it. Can't do it. Nope. So, my mom tried to teach me how to juggle when I was a kid. But what she does is not actually juggling. She goes like what I'm doing, but add a 3rd. It's only juggling if they're if you're switching hands. Okay, alright. Let's get serious now. It's time for a serious discussion. Talk. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. My chair is really loud and squeaky. Sorry. It's Friday night, 10:09 p.m. I just got a text from my mom. It said 9:14, and the text came in at, let's have a look. The text came in at 9:53 p.m. And I was like, why is my mom texting me the time, 9:14 and 9:53? And I almost sent her back a text being like, Mom, are you okay? And then I remembered, earlier today I called her. And I said, Mom, and she said, what, is it urgent? And I said, no, it's not urgent at all. Are you busy? She said, no, I'm not busy. I said, are you home? She said, yes, I'm home, but I'm outside. I said, okay, that's fine. I said, I'm just curious to know if we happen to have a copy of my birth certificate. She's like, yes, I believe we do. I was like, okay, good, because I really need to know what time I was born. She's like, we figured that out a few years ago when you were at the hospital. I had chest surgery a few years ago at Beverly Hospital, which is where I was born. And while I was on the table and they were injecting me with sleepy stuff to make me go to sleep, they like pulled out my file and they were like, oh hey, you were born here 24 years ago, whenever I got my surgery. And I was like, yes I was. And they were like, June 20th, 1989, 9 something p.m. And like the hour 9 stuck with me, but I didn't remember the minute. It's important because every time I've searched for my chart on Astrolab, I always type in like either 920, 922, 926, because I know it was like around that time, but I wasn't exactly sure. So the accurate time is actually 9:14 p.m. And I'm excited now because I feel like I just learned something about my birth that I previously had not been fully aware of to that minute, detailed extent. So that's exciting. So, I had this is completely unrelated, but I realized I'm just going to make a random video. None of this stuff is going to be related, relevant, important, wise, wisdom, advice, helpful, hints, any life skills that you need. This is just random. Random nonsense for me to watch in like 3 months when I'm trying to gain some insight. Ace of Spades by Motorhead. I still haven't listened to it, but somebody told me to listen to Ace of Spades by Motorhead. And I have that written down on this piece of paper. I meant to do that before I started this video, but I forgot. So I'll do it after. I got the world. Oh shit, I just fucked that up. I just fucked up my screen. I got the world. I got my favorite color. Tennis ball, yellow, green, yellow. Closer to yellow than it is to green, but I guess it is like neon yellow green. And an apple, which is red. Today I went for a bike ride, and I made a point while I was out to focus on everything red that I saw, because I'm trying to heal my root chakra, or open it, or just be good to it, or like, be nice to it. Give it some more fresh energy. So, I focused on everything red that I saw, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed myself, and I really enjoyed focusing on red things. So, I focused on any red letters and signs, stop signs, emergency vehicles, people with red shirts on, anything red. And while I was on my bike, I realized that my right handlebar is wrapped in red tape. I hadn't really noticed that. It's a great example of how sometimes I'm just like not really aware of stuff around me, even though I claim to be very aware of everything at all times. Clearly that's not the case. So, I noticed my bright red wrapped handlebar, and that was very fun because I had that with me the whole time on my like red searching visual journey. Yeah! So, here's a red sticker from my red apple that I peeled off. I'm not going to go around and point out the red stuff in this room because there really isn't much in here that's red. Everything is yellow, as you can tell. That's not even, that's just yellow. Yellow. Yellow bowls! Yellow towel! Dish rag! Yeah! There's some red in my pantry closet. It's probably pancake mix. Anyways. What should I discuss next? What should I discuss next? I have a book of luminous things here. An international anthology of poetry by Czesław Miłosz. I could read some poetry. Although, the first thing I grabbed was my Charles book. So maybe I'll read some Charles. I miss Charles. I have not read Charles in a long time. Holy cannoli. Purple and black. I do love the color purple. It goes with red really well. And purple and black and red go really well together. Or purple and red and black. Or red and purple and black. This video is so ridiculous. Get ready! Yeah! We'll see if I regret this in a moment. Purple and black. I don't know if I want to read right now. Do I want to read? This page is bookmarked with a Wall Street Journal thingy. We'll read it. A girl in purple pants and black sweater. I used to have purple pants when I was 18. They were my favorite pair of pants. Rest in peace, those pants are way too small for me now. A girl in purple pants and black sweater, crossing the street. I haven't even gotten past the second line. I'm just thinking about my purple pants and how much I loved those pants. I wore those pants every day for like a good chunk of time in my life. I wore those pants and my black and white Ramones t-shirt until it got holes in both armpits. But here we are now, It's 2016, whatever that means. It's weird, I just realized my photo booth is like over on the left side of my screen, so I'm looking at the left side of my screen, and now I'm looking at the center. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird. I'm making like weird eye contact. Now it's on the right side. Now, this is weird. I wonder how this video is going to turn out. Now I'm like looking over at the right side. My face looks different from this angle. Well, well, well. I wonder if it feels like I'm not being like, if I'm not connecting as much because I'm like not looking directly in the camera. These are the important questions. I'll put it right here like I usually do, so I'm looking directly in the camera. Even though I feel like that's weird. It's weird for me to see myself like that. A girl in purple pants and black sweater crossing the street with a camper and high-rise background. A Saturday afternoon graveyard Hollywood background is quite interesting. Something moving in purple and black as her hair waves in the wind as she turns. I don't want to look down at the book, I want to look up at the camera. The sun like the eye of a frog. Winter is where it's at. Here. And the street is insipid, vapid. I could pound myself against that asphalt until I bled. Mad. And it wouldn't care. The girl in purple and black gives the street destination and direction until she is out of range of my window, and now it is again what it was. And a small spider, almost like something made out of a lost hair, an eyelid hair, crawls along the wall to my left, and I don't have even the desire to kill it. Outside my window, it is ghost shivered and stinks of the malice of men. I wait for new arrangements, but meanwhile endure as the phone rings as I leap from my chair like a man shot in the back. I've read this before. That bit at the end suddenly like reminded me that I have read this before. As I leap from my chair like a man shot in the back. By the way, I'm done reading the poem. So, that was weak. It was like decent but weak. Purple, and then he talks about bled, which is, blood is usually the color red. There we go, purple and black and red. Just like I was saying before this poem started. Purple and black and red go really well together. And that's all I have to say about that. That's all. So, I don't know if I'm like invested enough in the analysis of this poem to put effort into the analysis of this poem. I'm all over the place right now. It's June 3rd. Oh my gosh, it's June! I'm turning 27 in... What's 20 minus 3? 17 days. My brother's turning 30 in... What's 17 minus 3? 14 days. Wow! Holy I can't believe my brother's turning 30. That's a big deal. My brother, who in my head is still like this little kid. I mean, I'm even smaller in my head. In my head, I'm like 1.5 foot high. My brother's like 2.5 feet high. And he's turning 30. Oh my gosh. Life moves really quickly. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So, one of my favorite things about the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off is, I don't know, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Probably the fact that Cam, is that his name? Why am I suddenly forgetting his name? Cam, his best friend. Cam, right? I gotta Google it. His Red Wings jersey is probably my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, right. It's one of many. Ferris Bueller's best friend. Ooh, Ferris Bueller. best friend's name. Here we go, it's already there. Somebody else has already searched for this. Cameron, okay. I was right. I knew his name was Cameron. All right. I wasn't confident about it, but I knew in my heart of hearts. Clearly, I've seen that movie enough times. Not too many times. Alan Ruck. That's unimportant. Well, Cameron's Red Wings jersey. Because because of the fact that when I was young, my favorite team was the Red Wings. I think because I just really liked their jerseys. I was that kind of kid. And I really liked Sergei Fedorov for some reason. I guess I thought he was skilled, talented, handsome in that red jersey. No, not handsome, but I think I just really liked the red jersey. So, I just feel weird because I just called Sergei Fedorov handsome, and that's not what I meant to say at all. I don't even think I knew what he looked like. You can't tell what a hockey player looks like underneath their, like, face mask. And all of that. No, you can't even tell. I just like the jersey. That's all there is to it. So... it's probably a good thing that I don't have mine on right now because it would be really bright and overwhelming. Should I try and make this video, like, something decent? Should I just give up? I don't know. Should I try to, I started something, I should finish it. What a notion. What a novel idea. See, the thing about Bukowski poems is they can't be analyzed. It's like my poetry. You can't analyze them. They don't make sense. They're just random. They're just about entertainment value, entertainment purposes, telling stories for the sake of getting your life out there in a book. This is why I write too, not to be analyzed. That's not true at all. Some of my poems actually do have heavy symbolism. I wouldn't call it heavy, but there's some symbols occasionally that like recur. And at least there was when I was younger. Now when I write, it's just like, get it out there. Just writing for the sake of getting it out. When I was young, I definitely was more like this about poetry. It was like, I have a point that I'm trying to make, and I'm going to use all these weird and wild metaphors and say stuff in ways that, like, most people have no idea what had no idea. There was some people that read my stuff and they were like, I get you, and I was like, cool, because I don't even get me. But, no, I did actually always get it, and I knew the point I was trying to make, but I purposely would, like, hide it in, like, really deep symbolism so that it would be really tricky to, like, pick apart. You'd have to, like... But, I actually have a book of poetry. I could do that sometime. The book that I wrote when I was 18 at boarding school, I have that. It's in my back room. I found it when I was going through my art portfolio. And I could read that. I don't know. Should I read that? That's the question. Nah, I kind of want to get away from poetry. Poetry can be heavy. Even when it's not, it can be. Like Bukowski. Purple, la 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 la. The question is, what is my YouTube channel becoming? Suicide. I haven't read this. Now is not the time. Alright. So, what is my YouTube channel becoming? It started off, the very first video I posted was like me doing some improvisational high notes over Sleeping Sickness by City and Colour. Back when I actually took guitar seriously. And, no, I wouldn't say that. I've never taken guitar seriously. That's not true. What am I saying? Alright, so, I did that, and now this. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What is my YouTube channel becoming? What is this shenanigans? What am I doing with my YouTube channel? The problem is I've been like absorbed in educating of myself lately, and so I have not been putting out as much, and I have not been expressing as much. Let's see. Demi book. I don't like this one, so I think I should probably not read it if I don't like it. I don't like today's. It's too serious. They're all serious in here. Ugh. I wish that I need to figure out something in terms of like content. Come up with something really new and different, because this random video is just not cutting it for me. I can skip ahead and read tomorrow's. Oh, this stuff is so deep. Let me read it. It's so deep. You'll understand what I mean. June 4th, that's tomorrow. You have everything you need inside you. The key is living honestly so you can connect and be in touch with who you really are. A huge part of my recovery was learning that I didn't need to search outside of myself. I had the answers and the inner peace within me. When we finally realize this, it becomes so liberating. Goal. Stand in front of the mirror today and tell yourself, I have everything I need inside me. Well, yes, this is 100% true. However, where do you go after that? Like, yes, I understand this concept. Yes, it makes perfect sense. We each have the universe. All of the universes inside of us. So yes, we each have everything inside of us. So then what's the next step? What do you do from there? Oh, interesting. Interesting. We're going to move on. We're going to read June 5th. Because June 4th is very self-explanatory. You don't ever need to search outside of yourself for anything. You don't ever need to go on YouTube and watch other people's self-help videos to help yourself. You can make your own videos, which is exactly why I do what I'm doing right now, for myself, to watch later and be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm learning something from this. Yeah, no, so, you have the answers and the inner peace inside of you, and when you finally realize this, it will be liberating. I'm still on my way. I'm very much so on my way, Liberation Liddy, to realizing that the answers are all in here, and that the inner peace is all in there, and I don't need to go anywhere else to find it. I don't need to listen to outside sources. I don't need to listen to other people's advice. I don't need to listen to chakra balancing music. I don't need to read. I don't need to watch movies. I mean, like, to gain. That stuff is great for entertainment. It's great for knowing that you're connected with everyone else. It's great for learning when you want to learn from a source when you don't want to pay attention to yourself. Or like, if you don't feel like taking your own advice, or if you just feel like your own advice isn't very wise, or isn't worth it, or you have no, or if you think you have no idea what you're talking about, then it's fine. Go, you know, I'm not saying ignore everyone. Definitely not what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I definitely need to, like, remember to, like, oh yeah, it's all in here. So, June 5th, that's 2 days from now. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And that is said by Marianne Williamson. It can feel very scary sometimes when you realize what you are capable of in this world. Each of us is born with our own inherent power to accomplish extraordinary things in life. They say with great power comes great responsibility. So own your responsibility to do something wonderful with your life. Cherish it. Goal, use what you have, your resources, to do something meaningful today. Well, here we go. I can definitely say that I'm doing this. I'm making a YouTube video. Yeah, I'm proud of myself because it's been a while since I've made a talking video, and I love making talking videos because they're fun, they're a great way for me to express myself and to share, even if, like I said, it's just with my future self. So, great. Yeah, this is great. This is awesome. It's heavy, for sure. It's heavy because it's, like, meant to uplift you. But just like it's saying, our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure, right? It's not the dark stuff inside of us that's scary. It's the light inside of us that's scary. And this is something that I've discussed at length with multiple different therapists that I've had throughout my life, because I've always said, like, that I don't have any problem doing something when somebody tells me what to do, like, which is why I thrive in treatment settings. I feel like I may have said this in a video before, but I don't remember, so I'm going to say it again. Boarding school, especially when I was an adolescent, and I was just, like, had a lot of energy but didn't know how to harness it or channel it, which is still very much a legitimate thing for me, that I did really well in settings where, like, there was jobs that needed to be done, and I was like a worker bee, and someone could be like, Libby, you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this, because I'd be like, great, as long as somebody's telling me what to do, I have no problem doing it, and, like, I'll put all of my effort and energy into it, and I'll do the job really, really, really freaking well, and, like, it'll be a masterpiece. The problem comes when I need to make a decision or a choice, because I don't like making decisions, because ultimately you can choose to do anything, and me personally, I'll stand there with the decisions in front of me and be like, which one do I pick? How do I know which one is the right one to pick? There's so many options, it's like in a candy store, like, I don't know which one to pick, they're all good. So, this is one of those things, very, very, very similar, and I think it's, like, pretty much a different way of saying the exact same thing. Something I've struggled with, and I've talked with people about this in therapy, like, knowing that you have infinite potential, infinite power, infinite creativity, infinite depths of oceans of original ideas, universes of original ideas, like when it comes to, like, songs, poetry, art, paintings, you name it, photography, anything creative, those are just stuff that, like, come to my mind because those are important to me, but they can be whatever you feel is important to you. Because of the fact that we are each capable of literally everything, how do you know where to go? How do you know where to start, right? Endless possibilities, so where do you start? That can be scary, because we know, when you know that you are powerful beyond measure, when you know you have a light in you that is never ending and can heal, you know, the entire universe, and can infinitely strong, what do you do with that? So, I don't have the answer. I wish I did. I think that's what it comes down to, is, like, you have the answer for you. I have the answer for me somewhere in here. I'm still figuring it out. But, and I think that the other part of it is that the answer can be, doesn't have to be one answer, obviously. It can be every answer. You can be like, hey, let me do a little bit of everything, and I'll just break it down into bits. So, like, today I'll do these 5 things, and tomorrow I'll do those 12 things. The next day I'll do this one thing. Like, I'll just focus super, super duper much on, like, this one thing that I want to put, like, lots of energy into. Like, maybe work on a song, spend all day doing it, and the next day do, like, 5 different things outdoors. Like, go for a bike ride, go swimming, play soccer, do some yoga, do some slacklining, go for a run. So then you're doing like a bunch of different things, and that way you kind of break up your life into like doing a little bit of everything, and you get to practice. You get to figure out what works for you. You get to figure out what makes you feel good, what you're passionate about, what maybe doesn't make you feel good. Maybe something might make you more stressed than good, and then you know, okay, don't need to do that again. Or maybe like we'll try that later on down the road, maybe when I'm like in a different place or like feeling a little differently, I'll try that again. So, yeah. This video has been 30 minutes, and I don't want to make it any longer because my long videos are 30 minutes and they're super long. So, I'm gonna end this. I always say like, I'm feeling like talking, so like, I kind of want to make another video, but nah, I'm just gonna like, this is gonna be the end of this. That's it. That was a really abrupt way to end, though. See, this is bad. This is why time shouldn't be a thing, because I looked at the little clock thing counting down there, and then I was like, I should end the video, but I really wasn't ready. I was still very much in the middle of talking, so I'll just keep talking. Screw it, man. Yeah. So that's that. We're reading into the future here. It's only June 3rd, but we just read June 5th. That's cool. Alright. I guess I'll leave it on that note. Probably I don't want to do too much. I don't want to give too much away. What? Okay. It's 10:38 p.m. You guys have a wonderful Friday evening. Have a beautiful Saturday tomorrow. Have a great Sunday. Have a really nice, magnificent, fun weekend. And I will see you soon. Maybe even really soon. Who knows? We'll see. Alright, love you guys.